Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the month of September. This session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end, as you will be learning multiple things that will be benefiting in your preparation. So let's start. First question is, which among the following are correct with respect to Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin Phase 2 as of September 2023? If we look at the options ABC, all these three options are correctly mentioned here. India has achieved a major milestone under Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin Phase 2 with 75% villages achieving ODF free status under the Phase 2 of the mission. Second, a total of 4.43 lakh villages have been declared or have declared themselves as ODF plus, and 100% ODF plus model village among states UTs are Andaman Nicobar Islands, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, Jammu and Kashmir and Sikkim. Then if I ask you Gruha Lakshmi, this scheme was launched by which state? It was launched by Karnataka. And who is the Chief Minister of Karnataka? Siddharamaiah ji. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Vice President of the Asian Development Bank for a period of 3 years? So the tenure here is of 3 years. What is the right option here? Bhargav Das Gupta. Right? Asian Development Bank appointed Bhargav Das Gupta as the Vice President for Marketing Solutions, right? And the period here is for 3 years. Prior to this, he was serving as the MD and CEO of ICICI Lombard General Insurance since 2009. Next, which state government has recently unveiled their 7th tiger reserve that was named Virangna Durgavati Tiger Reserve? This question has been done multiple times in our daily current affairs video, right? So the right option here becomes, which is the state that has recently unveiled their 7th tiger reserve? It is Madhya Pradesh, and the name of the tiger reserve here is Virangna Durgavati Tiger Reserve. This spreads over an area of 2339 square kilometers. Right, and some of this part falls under the Narmada and Yamuna river basin. Correct. Next, then some other tiger reserves in Madhya Pradesh such as your Kana Tiger Reserve, Bandhavgarh, Satpura, Pench, Panna and Sanjay Dubri Tiger Reserve. Next, which company recently delivered first of its kind 2 hydrogen fuel cell EV buses to Indian Oil Corporation Limited? So it was delivered by Tata Motors to IOCL, and these are 2 hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles that were delivered. Correct. Next, As per the Economic Freedom of the World 2023 annual report that was released by Fraser Institute in September 2023, Dash country has surpassed Hong Kong to become the world's freest economy with a rating of 8.56, while India ranked Dash in this particular index. So remember, it is Singapore, right? They have displaced Hong Kong, and they surpassed, not displaced, they have surpassed Hong Kong to become the world's freest economy in the world. This report was released by whom? It was released by Fraser Institute. And then the rank of India in this particular economic freedom of the world annual report is 87. So India stands at 87th position in this index, and Singapore is on the top position. So the right option here becomes option 5. Next, tell me which state has reserved 27% reservation for OBCs for their local bodies like Panchayat. It is Gujarat. Right. Next, remember, recently which organization along with UNDP, they recently signed an MOU for the fast tracking of sustainable development goal adoption. So it is Niti Aayog. Next, name the personality who recently became the third Indian scientist to receive Norman E. Borlaug Award in Field Research and Application. So the right option is Swati Nayak. Correct? She became third Indian, right, and first from Odisha state to receive the Norman E. Borlaug Award, and this award is given in the field of research and application. Correct? Then remember, the award was announced in a climate week, New York City, that was held from 17th to 24th of September. And as just mentioned, Norman E. Borlaug, this award is given in the field of research and application. Right option, Swati Nayak. Then apart from this, pink toilets. Pink toilets. In which state these pink toilets are set up for women? Tripura. Tripura. Right? Then first ever edition of the Global India AI 23 was held recently in October. Right? It is going to means now we are making in October. So it was held in October, and India will be hosting this Global India AI 2023. Next, which state's army along with Indian Army recently began the 19th edition of the exercise Yudh Abhyas? So remember, this exercise Yudh Abhyas, it is conducted between India and United States of America. This was the 19th edition of this particular exercise. Then the question can be asked that what is the location where this exercise was conducted? It is Alaska. In Alaska, USA. We observed the 19th edition of this exercise Yudh Abhyas. This is a 14-day long exercise. Correct? And remember, from the Indian side, it was Indian Army that took part in this particular 19th edition of this exercise. Next, tell me recently, if I ask you that a comic book was released by NCRT, it was along with UNESCO, right? So Dharmendra Pradhan, as education minister, he released a comic book in collaboration with NCRT and UNESCO. Next, Poonawalla FinCorp Limited received approval from RBI to issue co-branded credit card with Dash Bank. It is IndusInd Bank, right? So Poonawalla FinCorp Limited, they received the approval from RBI to issue a co-branded credit card along with IndusInd Bank. Directly remember this. And this card will be launched within 3 months. Who is heading the panel on One Nation, One Election? One Nation, One Election, right? So there has been a panel set up, and this panel is being headed by Ramnath Kovind. Right, mark this. Next, as of September, Wahida Rahman will be conferred with the Dash Dadasaheb Phalke Award for the year 2021. So we all know Wahida Rahman, she's a very famous actress, right? And now she will be honored with 53rd edition of Dadasaheb Phalke Award for the year 2021. She will become the 53rd recipient of this award, right? Also, she will become the 8th woman to receive this award, and this award will be presented during the 69th National Film Awards ceremony. Then she was also awarded with Padma Shri in 1972, Padma Bhushan in 2011. Apart from this, second edition of Naval's Commander Conference began where? I repeat, second edition of Naval Commanders Conference began where? It was held in New Delhi. Then recently, CCI approved the merger of Vistara, with which airline? So Vistara was merged into Air India. Next, ACC approved the reappointment of M. Rajeshwar Rao, the Deputy Governor of Dash regulatory body for a period of 1 year. So, ACC approved the reappointment of M. Rajeshwar Rao, who is the Deputy Governor of RBI for a period of next 1 year. Right? So, right option is option C. Next, which of the following mutual fund companies recently launched India's first Nifty 500 exchange traded fund? So, this India's first India's first Nifty 500 ETF fund was launched by Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund Limited, and this investors can join with a minimum of 500 rupees in this, correct? And there is no upper limit here. Apart from this, here only remember recently S20 conference was held where? It was held in UP. And next, remember, if I ask you, every Tuesday will be a car free day in Karnal, right? And this Karnal is in Haryana, and it was declared by Haryana's chief minister that every Tuesday will be a car free day in Karnal. Then, in order to strengthen the e-commerce export, India Post signed with, or India Post partnered with which organization? So India Post partnered with Shipped Rocket, right? And it was to strengthen the e-commerce export. Next, we just saw that Tuesday will be a car holiday, right? So no cars will be used. Then tell me, in which state of India Saturday was declared to be a holiday for all schools? So in Nagaland, Saturday was declared as a holiday for all the schools. Next, which country has recently launched their first domestically built submarine named Haikun? So this Haikun was launched by Taiwan, correct? Important. It is Taiwan's first domestically built submarine named Haikon, right? Haikon, it was recently launched. And this Haikon, this is basically means a mystical sea creature in Chinese. Then Zayed Charity Marathon. Zayed Charity Marathon. Now the question asked here is, which state hosted the inaugural edition of this Zayed Charity Marathon? Will be hosting it in 2024. So this Zayed Charity Marathon in 2024 will be hosted by which state? It will be hosted by Kerala. Then Bengal Day. When do we will observe Bengal Day now? On April 15th from every year, from next year, every year on April 15th we will be observing Bengal Day. Next, name the ministry that recently launched CRIIO 4 Good module in association with ICC, BCCI and UNICEF. So this was launched by which ministry? It is your Ministry of Education along with ICC, BCCI and UNICEF. They have launched this particular CRIIO 4. It is to promote gender equality. It is to promote gender equality. Directly remember. If asked about the CRIIO for good module, this was basically for gender equality. Correct? This will equip children with the essential life skills that are needed to develop in an ever-changing world and also promote gender equality and equal opportunities for all. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to THE World University Ranking 2024 released in September? If we look at the options A, B, C, only option A and C are correct. B option is wrongly mentioned here. It is saying that with 81 Indian institute included in the ranking, India became the third most represented country in the world. So remember, it is not 80, actually it is 91 institutes, right? With 91 Indian institutes included in the ranking, India became the fourth most represented country in the world. Then option A is saying that India Institute of Science, that is in IISc Bangalore, it was ranked number 1 among the Indian institutes, and University of Oxford, that is in UK, was ranked first rank globally in the THE World University ranking, right? That is for the 8th consecutive year. So globally, it was Oxford University that topped, and among the Indian institutes, it is your IISc Bangalore that has topped. Next, how many new sites were recently added to UNESCO's World Heritage List, including India's Shanti Niketan and Sacred Assembles of the Hoysala Temple, right? So this Hoysala Temple and India's Shanti Niketan, with this, how many sites were recently added to the UNESCO World Heritage Site List? So a total of 42 were added. And these are important. Then Shanti Niketan, it is in West Bengal, and Hoysala temples are in Karnataka. So both are important, correct? Next, name the bank that recently collaborated with Sahi Bandhu to introduce doorstep gold loan service. This doorstep gold loan service was launched by which bank? So it is your Karnataka bank along with Sahi Bandhu in order to launch this doorstep delivery of the gold loan services. This will enable the complete digitization of the gold loan process, and it will allow the bank to offer gold loan services directly to the customers at their doorstep. Next, as per the Cantor Brands Top 75 Most Valuable Indian Brands report conducted by Wire and Plastic Products in September 2023, Dash retained its top position as the India's most valuable brand for the second consecutive year. So it is your TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. So as per the Cantor Brands Top 75 Most Valuable Indian Brands report conducted by Wire and Plastic Products in September, it is TCS that has retained the top position as the India's most valuable brand for the second consecutive year. What is the brand valuation of TCS? It is at $43 billion. Then it is your HDFC on second position with 33612 dollar, right? And the next is your on third position, it is Infosys company. Next, which bank has recently appointed KN Madhusudan as the part-time chairman? So KN Madhusudan has been appointed as the part-time chairman of Dhanlakshmi Bank, correct? KN Madhusudan appointed as the part-time chairman of Kerala-based Dhanlakshmi Bank, and he will be in this position for next 3 years, correct? Next, Padma awardee Dash, who is popularly known as the father of India's Green Revolution, has recently passed away. So who is known as the father of Green Revolution? MS Swaminathan ji, right? He recently passed away. Mark this. Important question. High chance of being asked in your exam. So father of India's Green Revolution, known as that your MS Swaminathan ji, has recently passed away at the age of 98 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. He was born in 1925 in Tamil Nadu only, correct? And he served as the Director General of ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and he also founded MS Swaminathan Research Foundation, that is a research center in Chennai. Apart from it, he was also honored with Padma Shri Award in 1967, Padma Bhushan in 1972, and Padma Vibhushan in 1989, right? And this green revolution, this is related to wheat. This is related to wheat. Next, in September, GI registry granted GI tags to Dash states Atharyapuram, Pothukarelu under the foodstuffs category. So GI registry or GI registry granted this GI tag to Dash states Atharyapuram, Pothukarelu under the foodstuff category. So this Atharyapuram, Pothukarelu, right? This is of which state? It is of Andhra Pradesh. Remember, this is a sweet dish that is made out of jaggery. This is made out of jaggery and rice, correct? And this Atharyapuram, remember, this is a village in Andhra Pradesh, right? So on that village name, this particular sweet dish has been named. Next, name the bank that recently launched Sathi. What is Sathi? Sustainable access and aligning technology for holistic inclusion. It is to provide basic banking services to all the centers for a minimum of 4 hours per day in a fixed outlet. Now the question asked here is, this Sathi is of which bank, right? So this Sathi was launched by Indian Bank, right? and it is to provide basic banking services to all the centers for a minimum of 4 hours per day. And here remember what is the full form of Sati: sustainable access and aligning technology for holistic inclusion. That is your Sati, right? Then who is the managing director and chief executive officer of Indian Bank here? So Shanti Lal Jain is the current MD and CEO. And where is the headquarters? This is located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Next is, which among the following Indian heritage sites have been recently inscribed on UNESCO's World Heritage List under the Culture Heritage category? So, which among the following Indian heritage sites have been recently inscribed on the UNESCO's World Heritage List under Cultural Heritage category? Which among the following are right here? So remember, Shantiniketan in West Bengal we just saw, and sacred ensembles of the Hoysala temple that is located in Karnataka. So both of them has been recently listed into the UNESCO's World Heritage Site list under the Cultural Heritage category. So right option is option 4, correct. So question can also be asked in such a way that recently Hoysala temples in which state has been recently added to the UNESCO's World Heritage Site list? It is Karnataka, and Shantiniketan, it is of West Bengal. Right? Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the recent launches made by Union Minister of Finance Nirmala Sitharaman and Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar in September? If we look at the options A, B, C, it is asked which among the following are correct here. So tell me which among the following are rightly mentioned here. So it is option all A, B, C are all these options are correctly mentioned. If we look at them, Union Ministers inaugurated Kisan Rin Portal, that is KRP, that will aim to give farmers subsidized loans under Kisan Credit Card Scheme and also assist them in availing subsidized agriculture credits through MISS. Then during the event, door-to-door Kisan Credit Card campaign, that is Ghar Ghar KCC Abhiyan, was launched to connect around 1.5 crore beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi who are not yet connected to KCC scheme. And third is WINDS manual, also launched to enhance the impact of the Weather Network Data Systems initiative, that is WINDS. You should definitely know the full form of WINDS. So these are the 3 things that was recently launched and you should be aware of it. And what is the full form of WINDS? That is Weather Network Data System. Next is RBI. They have approved the reappointment of Shashidhar Jagdishan as the MD and CEO of Dash Bank for a period of 3 years. So Shashidhar Jagdishan ji has been reappointed as the MD and CEO of HDFC Bank for a period of 3 years, right? And this will be from 27th of October 2023 till 26th of October 2026, right? Next, Indian Army inducted 600 indigenously manufactured self-neutralizing anti-tank mines Vibhav to provide mobility kill against all enemy armored vehicles. Vibhav is being manufactured by Dash company for the Indian Army. So this Vibhav is being manufactured by Kalyani Group and this is for the Indian Army. And what is this Vibhav? This is an anti-tank mine, right? Remember, this Vibhav is an anti-tank mine and it is being developed for Indian Army. Question asked here is that it is being manufactured by Kalyani Group, and if it has asked that it was developed by which organization, so it was developed by DRDO, correct? Developed by DRDO and manufactured by Kalyani Group. Next, Union Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Dharmendra Pradhan launched Skills on Wheels initiative in collaboration with NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation and Dash Bank. So this Skills on Wheels, right, this is an initiative that will be basically a bus will be going to every rural area in order to make sure that people get digitally skilled and make them job and future ready. This initiative will empower almost 60,000 youths over a period of 5 years in both rural areas, correct? And with this question asked here is that this was launched by NSDC along with which bank? So this was launched by National Skill Development Corporation along with IndusInd Bank, that is Skills on Wheels. Next, which among the following points are correct with respect to RBI's flow of financial assets and liabilities of household data released in September 2023? If we look at the options here, option B and option C are correct, but A is wrong. If we look at option A, it is saying that net financial savings of households fell to a nearly 7-decade low of 6.1% of GDP in fiscal year 23, down from 7.2 in fiscal year 22. So right option here is B and C, but C 6.1 is wrongly mentioned here. It will be actually 5.1% of the GDP. So now it becomes correct. And B saying national financial switch usage decreased from 11.5% in fiscal year 21 to 5.1% in fiscal year 23, and household financial liabilities saw a substantial increase, rising to 5.8% of GDP in fiscal year 23, that is up from 3.8% in fiscal year 22. Next, in September, Indian Air Force successfully tested the indigenously developed Type 5 heavy drop system, that is a multi-stage parachute from a cargo aircraft. So remember this Type 5 heavy drop system, it was a multi-stage parachute that was from a cargo aircraft. This was tested. This is an indigenously developed drop system, and a question asked here is that this particular parachute was manufactured by which organization? If you play PUBG, right, so in that you get supplies, correct? That supply is also basically similar to the type of this heavy drop system, and the parachute there was that was used. Question asked here is that parachute was developed by which organization? So it is Airbornex Defense and Space Private Limited that has developed these particular parachute, and they were developed under Make in India initiative, and it is a multi-stage parachute system that comprises 8 main canopies, 3 extractor parachutes and 1 drag parachute. Just remember this particular parachute weighs up to 20 tons. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the new set of national awards introduced by the Government of India in September 2023? So which among the following are correct with respect to the new set of national awards introduced by Government of India? If we look at the options here, A, B, C, all these 3 options are correctly mentioned. Government of India introduced Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar, a new set of national awards in the field of science, technology and innovation. Correct. RVP will comprise 3 Vigyan Ratna awards as well as 25 Vigyan Shri, 25 Vigyan Yuva Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar and 3 Vigyan Team awards. So right, because all these numericals are right, because 3, 25, 25 are correct and 3. Then Vigyan Ratna Award is said to recognize lifetime achievement and contributions made in any field of science and technology. So option C is also right here. All these options are correctly mentioned. Then remember Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Awards, they have been given by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research since 1958. Next, in which among the following bank HDFC Asset Management Company Limited recently received the approval from RBI to acquire additional holding of up to 9.5% of the paid up share capital or voting rights? So in which among the following bank it is? It is your 2 banks, that is Karur Vysya Bank and DCB Bank Limited. So both the options are rightly mentioned here. So HDFC AMC, they received the approval from RBI to acquire additional holding of up to 9.5% of the paid up share capital or voting rights of Karur Vysya Bank and DCB Bank Limited. Next, name the AI chatbot for Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme that was recently launched by Kailash Chaudhary, Minister of State of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. So name of chatbot, that is artificial intelligence powered chatbot. It was launched for PM Kisan scheme, and the name of this AI chatbot is Kisan E Mitra. Right, this is the name of the AI chatbot launched for PM Kisan scheme in New Delhi. This chatbot will enhance the efficiency and accessibility of the PM Kisan scheme, providing farmers with rapid, clear and easily accessible responses to their inquiries. The introduction of this AI chatbot in the PM Kisan grievance management system is aimed at empowering farmers with the user-friendly and accessible platform. So right option is Kisani Mitra. Next, which country's navy along with Indian Navy has recently begun the 30th edition of Simbex 2023? So this exercise Simbex, as the name suggests, Simbex is for Singapore, India, multilateral, maritime bilateral exercise. Correct? I repeat, Singapore, India, maritime bilateral exercise, that is your Simbex. This was the 30th edition of the Simbex that we saw recently, and it is Singapore along with India. So we can say it was Indian Navy and Singapore Navy that took part in this 30th edition of Simbex exercise. Now the location is important. Where is the location? It was South China Sea off the coast of Singapore. We saw this 30th edition of this exercise Simbex, and it was in two phase, land phase and sea phase. Then from Indian side, which Indian naval ship took part in this Simbex? So it is your INS Ranvijay and INS Kavarati. These are the two INS that took part in this Simbex exercise. Moving on, which bank has recently launched Neo for Business, that is a distinctive one-stop transaction banking platform for Indian MSMEs? I repeat, Neo for Business. This is a distinctive one-stop transaction banking platform for Indian MSMEs. This is launched by, and it is very simple, it is Axis Bank, right? This Neo for Business, this is launched by whom? It is launched by Axis Bank. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to step taken by Rajya Sabha in September 2023? So if we look at the options A, B, C, option A and option B are correctly mentioned, but C option is wrong. It is saying the Vice President of India and ex-officio chairman of Rajya Sabha, Jagdeep Dhankad, has constituted 13 women parliamentarians to the panel of Vice Chairperson. So is it correct? So option A is wrong, because how many women parliamentarians were constructed to the panel of Vice Chairperson? So it is actually 13. So option C is also right here. So alright, I correct myself. All these three options are correctly mentioned. And remember, he constituted a panel of, and this particular panel was constituted to discuss the Women's Reservation Bill or Nari Shakti. Apart from this, he, remember, reconstituted the panel of Vice Chairperson with 8 members panel with 50% participation of each gender, that is 4 women and 4 men. Next, name the company that recently signed an MOU with Indian Railways Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, that is in Vadodara, to enhance the India's aviation sector. So which is the company? It is Airbus, right? Airbus, they signed an MOU with Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, that is in Vadodara. It aims to enhance the India's aviation sector. Vadodara, where is this? That means it is in Gujarat, and it is the India's first university in the transportation and logistic sector. This question can also be asked, that what is the name of the India's first university in the transportation and logistics sector? It is Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, that is in Vadodara, Gujarat. Then this MOU between these two will enable to establish C295 aircraft factory, right? That basically C295 facility in Vadodara only. Next, as per the 8th edition of the US News and World's Report Best Countries Ranking 2023 in September, India secured dash rank, and world's best country is dash. So Switzerland has secured the top position as the world's best country for the second consecutive time. And what is the rank of India here? It is at 30th position. Correct. So India stood at 30th position and Singapore is at first position in the 8th edition of this world's best countries ranking. Correct. Mark this. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to Global FinTech Fest that was held in Mumbai, Maharashtra? If we look at the option A and B are correct, option C is wrongly mentioned here. If we see, Global FinTech Fest was jointly organized by NPCI and PCCI and FCC. Correct. Then option B, it is saying that RBI Governor Shaktikant Das recently announced 5 new innovative payment solutions developed by NPCI at the Global FinTech. Yes, it is also correct. And C, Tom Greenwood, founder and CEO of Online PSB Loans Limited, won the Global FinTech Award under the FinTech Personality of the Year. that is Gulf Cooperation countries category. So no, this is wrong. It is actually Adib Ahmed, right? He's the managing director of Lulu Financial Holdings, has won this global fintech award under the fintech personality of the year, that is for Gulf Cooperation countries category. So Adib Ahmed. Next, name the bank that recently became the first public sector bank to offer metal debit card serving high net worth individuals and women customers. So this first public sector bank to offer metal debit card is your Union Bank of India. Correct? And this is for high net worth individuals. And remember, this became the UBI became the first public sector bank to offer metal debit card, right? So option A is correctly mentioned here. This particular card will be working on RuPay network. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to Swachh Vayu Sarvekshan 2023 award presented by Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav? Correct in August. So if we look at the option, all these three options are correctly mentioned here. A option, Indore, Madhya Pradesh secured the first rank, followed by Agra and Thane in second and third place respectively. Amravati of Maharashtra bagged the top rank, followed by Moradabad of UP and Guntur of Andhra Pradesh in second and third respectively. And Parwano of Himachal Pradesh bagged the top rank, followed by Kala Amb of Himachal Pradesh and Angul of Odisha in the second and third places respectively. Right? Next, which among the following are correct with respect to MOU signed by PM of India Narendra Modi and PM of Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina in September? If we look at the options A, B, C here, so option which among the following are correct here? So all these three are correctly mentioned. The NPCI and Bangladesh Bank, they signed MOU on cooperation in digital payment mechanism. MOU on renewal of cultural exchange program between India and Bangladesh for 23 till 25, and ICAR and Bangladesh Agriculture Research Council, that is BARC, they signed MOU to boost cooperation in agriculture research and education. So all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, GI registry has recently granted GI tag to Koraput Kaljeera rice. This Koraput Kaljeera rice is from which state? So this Koraput Kaljeera rice, it is from Odisha. It is from which state? It is from Odisha. Correct? Mark this. In September, RBI has approved reappointment of Sandeep Bakshi as the MD and CEO of Dash Bank for a period of 3 years. So Sandeep Bakshi has been appointed as MD and CEO of ICICI Bank for a period of 3 years. This will be his second extension of his tenure. The first happened in 2021 for 2 years, and now he will be succeeding for next 3 years. Question asked can be also asked in this, that since 2018 he succeeded whom to be the new MD and CEO of ICICI Bank? So Chanda Kochar ji, he succeeded Chanda Kochar to be the new MD and CEO of ICICI Bank in 2018. Correct? And this will be his second extension. Next, name the organization that signed an MOU with NABARD to boost data-driven innovation in agriculture sector. So which is it? It is your United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP. Headquarters is in New York, USA. They recently signed MOU with NABARD in order to boost the data-driven innovation in the agriculture sector. This MOU has been signed for the next 5 years, and the aim is to provide sustainable agriculture, reducing vulnerability by sharing best practices and optimizing the investment in the agriculture sector. Here you will be seeing new technologies will be used, artificial intelligence, data analysis will be used in order to provide better data driven output in the agriculture sector. So it is UNDP and NABARD, they signed this MOU for the same reason. Next, name the payment company that collaborated with NPCI to launch AutoPay on QR, that is quick response, a feature enabling the customer onboarding through a 2-step process. So which is this? It is your Cash Free Payments India Private Limited. They recently collaborated with NPCI in order to launch AutoPay on QR. This is a feature that will enable the onboarding process, and it will make it a 2-step process, and it will become easy for onboarding the new customers. Correct? It has also integrated this with major platforms such as your Shopify, Wix, PayPal, Amazon Pay, Paytm and Google Pay. So the right option is Cash Free Payments India Private Limited. Next, name the Indian personality who has been honored with Chevalier d'Ance Order, that is your Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters by the government of France. So remember this is important. So, Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters, who is the Indian personality who was honored with this particular award? So, remember, he will be Rahul Mishra. Who is Rahul Mishra? Remember, Rahul Mishra, he is the Indian fashion designer. Indian fashion designer. He was awarded with this Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters by the government of France, and this was for his commitment to promote Indian craft and know-how internationally. The award also honors his contribution to the cultural relationship between France and India. So right option is Rahul Mishra. Next, Indian men's football team won the South Asian Football Federation Under 16 championship title by defeating Dash country in the finals held in Bhutan. So India's men's football team won the South Asian Football Federation Under 16 championship by defeating Bangladesh in the finals by 2-0. Right, and remember this was held where the location, that is Bhutan, and this was the 8th edition of this South Asian Football Federation that was held, and who won this? It was won by Indian men football team. Correct, and this marks the 5th title for India. Moving on, which among the following points are correct with respect to the visit of Draupadi Murmu ma'am, President of India, to Gujarat? If we look at the options ABC, all these options are correctly mentioned here. If we go through them, during her visit to Gujarat, President Draupadi Murmu ma'am inaugurated National E-Vidhan application, that is NEVA, that aims to make the functioning of the state assembly paperless by transforming them into digital house. Second, President Draupadi Murmu virtually launched Ayushman Bhava campaign as well as the Ayushman Bhava portal from the Raj Bhavan in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, and Draupadi Murmu ma'am inaugurated the first global symposium on farmers' right in an event that was held at ICAR Convention Center in National Agriculture Science Center in New Delhi. So all these three options are correctly mentioned here. Next is, which among the following are correct with respect to visit of Saudi Arabia's Prime Minister, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud to India in September? If we look at the options here, so remember all these options are not correct, just option A and B are correct, whereas C is option wrongly mentioned here. Just go through them, you will get an idea. Next, which company has recently collaborated with NPCI to launch India's first contactless payment wearable on the go ring named 7 Ring? So the ring name was 7 Ring. This is an OTG ring, that is on the go ring. This will be beneficial for payment perspectives also. Now the question asked here is that which organization have collaborated with NPCI to launch this particular OTG ring, that is on the go ring, that was named 7 Ring. So the name of the company here is Live Quick Technologies India Private Limited. Right. So this is your 7 Ring, that is a OTG ring that will be beneficial for payment perspective, etc. Then this ring was unveiled where? It was unveiled at the Global FinTech Fest. This was held from 5th to 7th of September, and the location where this Global FinTech Fest was held is Mumbai, Maharashtra. So mark this also. This is question also important, that where was the Global FinTech Fest held? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, which among the following products recently received the GI tag status from GI Indication Registry? So if we look at the option, Bhadrawa Ramjas of Jammu and Kashmir and Sambun Sulai Honey of Jammu and Kashmir, they both recently got the GI tag. So right option is option 1 and 2, that is Bhadrawa Ramjas and Ramban Sulai Honey, they both recently got the GI tag from Jammu and Kashmir. Next, name the ministry that recently signed an MOU with National Safai Karamcharis Finance and Development Corporation to enhance the socio-economic upliftment of the Safai Karamcharis, manual scavengers, waste pickers and their families. So the right option is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. They have recently signed MOU with National Safai Karamchari Finance and Development Corporation to enhance the socio-economic upliftment of these people and their families. The aim here is to share expertise, or basically the aim here is to make these people provided with the basic facilities so that because they are working as Safai Karamcharis, waste pickers, right? So to provide them better social economic upliftment, to provide them with better facilities, this was done. This will promote their safety, education of their children. This will provide skill development, entrepreneurship, etc. Next, which company recently launched world's first fully automated fund, that is a portfolio management service powered by AI based research system? So we can say a portfolio management system was launched that is powered by artificial intelligence. Now the question asked here is that which organization has launched this portfolio management system powered by AI? This is Savant, right? It is Savant, correct? This is one of the leading investment advisory firm. They have launched a portfolio management service that is the Ad Astra fund, that is the world's fully automated fund. That is the Ad Astra fund, correct? This is the name of the AI fund, fully automated AI fund that was launched in Hyderabad, Telangana, and it is a part of AI research system, correct? And that is Savant. Next, name the open source Hyperledger Fabric development hyper that was recently launched by NPCI to streamline the deployment and management of Hyperledger Fabric based blockchain networks on Kubernetes cluster. So it is Falcon. I repeat, name the open source Hyperledger Fabric deployment helper that launched by NPCI to streamline the deployment and management of Hyperledger Fabric based blockchain network on Kubernetes cluster. It is Falcon. The option is Falcon, right? Next, also remember NPCI also launched a blockchain technology based Vajra platform, and this was launched in 2020, and it was to make payments fast and secure. Next, which company recently signed an MOU with India Post to simplify cross-border logistics for MSMEs? And it is your Amazon, correct? Amazon's who is the CEO, Andy Jassy, correct? So Amazon recently signed MOU with India Post to simplify the cross-border logistics for the MSME, right? And this MOU was signed during the 4th Amazon Sambhav Summit. This Amazon Sambhav Summit, where was this held? This was held in New Delhi, and it was on 31st of August. Next, apart from this, remember during this event, Amazon also introduced Amazon Saha AI, right? This is a generative artificial intelligence based personal digital assistant that was launched during this summit. Next, Indian Army contingent comprising 137 personnel has departed to Dash country to participate in the exercise Bright Star, that is a multinational tri-service joint military exercise scheduled to be conducted from 31st to 14th of September. So Indian Army comprising 137 personnel departed to which country? They departed to Egypt to take part in the exercise Bright Star 2023. Correct? Now the question can be asked that in Bright Star how many countries took part? 34. This Bright Star was held where? It was held in Egypt. Next, which among the following point is not a winner of the 65th edition of the Raymond Magsaysay Award announced in October? So among the following, remember, option 5 is not the winner of the Raymond Magsaysay Award. Rest all A, B, C, D are the winners of the Roman Magsaysay Award, right? And Roman Magsaysay Award, this is regarded as the Nobel Prize of Asia. Next, General Bryce Oligo Nugma was appointed as the transitional president of Dash country. So he was appointed as the transitional president of Gabon, right? General Bryce Nugma. Next, who has been recently appointed as the first women chairperson and chief executive officer of Railway Board? So right option is Jaya Verma Sinha. I repeat, who has been appointed as the first women chairperson and chief executive officer of Railway Board? Jaya Verma Sinha has been appointed as the chairperson and chief executive officer of Railway Board, and she became the first woman to hold the post since the establishment of Railway Board in 1905. She will succeed whom? She will be succeeding Anil Kumar Lahoti, whose term as the chairman and CEO will end on 31st of August. Next, which among the following points are correct with respect to Mera Bill Mera Adhikar scheme launched in September? If we look at the option, all these three options are correctly mentioned here. CBIC under the Department of Revenue launched invoice incentive scheme called Mera Bill Mera Adhikar. This will promote the customers to take bill invoice from the product they are buying or from the shop they are buying. This scheme was launched in 3 states, Assam, Gujarat and Haryana, and in 3 UT, Puducherry, Daman and Diu and Nagar Haveli. The initiative offers cash rewards ranging from 10,000 rupees to 1 crore through monthly and quarterly lucky draws. Next, in September, Moody's, in their global macro outlook, raised India's growth forecast to dash percent from 5.5 for October 2023. So they have raised their forecast to 6.7%. That was earlier to be 5.5%. Correct for the year 2023. Right option here becomes 6.7%. Next, who has been recently honored with the World Innovation Award at the first BRICS Innovation Forum held in Moscow, Russia. So, right option is Shanta Thotam. Right, Telangana's first women chief innovation officer, Shanta Thotam, was honored with the World Innovation Award at the first BRICS Innovation Forum that was held in Moscow, Russia. The Cloud City concept was the core topic of this particular forum. Right, so I repeat, it is Shanta Thotam. She was honored with the World Innovation Award at the first ever BRICS Innovation Forum that was held in Moscow, Russia. Next, which country has recently elected Tharman Shanmugaratnam as the 9th president? So Tharman Shanmugaratnam as the 9th president has been appointed by Singapore. Right, next, the CCI approved the phase 1 merger of Vistara owned Tata SIA Airlines Limited into Air India. We just saw this, right? So right option is option 4. Next, here remember, Singapore Airlines Limited SIA will hold 25.1% of the shareholding in Air India with an investment of 2059 crore rupees. Next, 7th Nilgiri class stealth frigate of Project 17A Indian naval ship Dash was launched at the Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So it is INS Mahendragiri. This is the 7th Nilgiri class stealth frigate of Project 17A. Right, this was recently launched at Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and this is the 7th and the last stealth frigate of Project 17A. Next, in September, WHO released the outcome document of World Health Organization Traditional Medicine Global Summit 2023 in the form of Dash Declaration. So this was in the form of your Gujarat Declaration, because this Traditional Medicine Global Summit, where was this held? This was held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, correct, and it was with the help of WHO. Next is, which company recently received the certificate of registration from RBI to start the business of NBFC? Which is it? I repeat, it is your Bajaj Auto Consumer Finance Limited. This is the company they received the certificate of registration from RBI in order to start the business of NBFC. Next, which of the following personalities has recently rated as A+ in the Global Finance Central Banker report cards by Global Finance magazine? So which is the personality? Remember, he is the governor of RBI, Shaktikant Das, and he was rated A+ in the Global Finance Central Bankers report card by the Global Finance magazine. Next, Deepak Gupta took over as the interim managing director and chief executive officer of Dash Bank. It is your Kotak Mahindra Bank. I repeat, Deepak Gupta, he took over as the interim MD and CEO of Kotak Mahindra Bank. He will hold this position till the RBI proposes their successor. Correct? Next, name the football club that recently defeated East Bengal Football Club to win 132nd edition of Durand Cup Trophy 2023. It is Mohun Bagan Supergiant. They defeated the East Bengal Football Club by 1-0 in the finals, and this was held at Kolkata, West Bengal, and Mohun Bagan became the first team to win 17 times Durand Cup. Correct? Next, India's men hockey team won the first edition of the Men's Hockey 5S Asia Cup Salalah 2023 by defeating Dash country in the finals held in Salalah, Oman. So, Indian men's hockey team defeated the Pakistan's men hockey team, and they won the first ever edition of the men's hockey 5S Asia Cup that was held in Oman. So right option is D. Option is fifth, Pakistan. So here India was the winner, Pakistan second position, and Oman was on the third position with the bronze medal. Next, who has recently appointed as the chairperson of NASCOM? So who has been appointed as the chairperson of NASCOM? Rajesh Nambiar has been appointed as the chairperson of NASCOM, and he will replace Anant Maheshwari. Correct? He is the former president of Microsoft India. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to National Teachers Day? So if we look at the options, option A and B are correct. C is wrongly mentioned here. So National Teachers Day was observed across India on 5th September to commemorate the birth anniversary of Bharat Ratna Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, who served as the first Vice President and second President of independent India. Second, on the occasion of National Teachers Day, President of India Draupadi Murmu conferred national awards to teachers to 75 selected teachers across India, right? And third, 75 honorees comprised 50 school teachers, 13 educators from higher education, 12 teachers from the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Home Affairs. So is it right? So yes, it is right. But remember, it was from the Ministry of not Education and Home Affairs, but actually Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Correct? Each award carries a certificate of merit and a cash award of 50,000 rupees and a silver medal. Next, which among the following banks have recently signed MOU with IREDA to co-finance renewable energy project? So right option here is option 4, that is Union Bank of India and Bank of Baroda. They have recently signed MOU with IREDA to co-finance the renewable energy projects in India. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the launches made by Ministry of Education in September 2023? If we look at this, option A is correct, B is correct, but C is wrong. A is saying that our Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, Ministry of Education, has recently launched Malviya Mission, that is a teachers training program in New Delhi. So right. Second, the portal is set up by the University Grants Commission, that is UGC, for teachers interested in capacity building programs. Absolutely right. And third option is Ministry of Education also inked an MOU with Microsoft Corporation to help children learn AI by developing creative expressions in classrooms. So is it correct? So remember, no, it is not right, because Ministry of Education, they signed this MOU with not Microsoft but with Adobe. With Adobe, correct, to help children learn AI by developing creative expressions in classrooms using application Adobe Express. Next, which among the following ministries or organizations have recently unveiled the G20 Tourism and Sustainable Development Goal dashboard? It has been unveiled by Ministry of Tourism and United Nations World Tourism Organization. Correct? And this dashboard was launched by Union Minister Gangapuram Kishan Reddy, that is G. Kishan Reddy. And this dashboard is the outcome of the G20 Tourism Working Group. This dashboard is developed under the leadership of India's G20 presidency, and this is basically to tell about the all the development of the sustainable development goals on this particular dashboard. Next, in which city India's first solar city was inaugurated in September? So India's first solar city is in Sanchi, Madhya Pradesh. Correct? Then in Sanchi, Madhya Pradesh, only remember a campaign was launched, that is Urja Shakshastra Abhiyan. Right? Urja Shakshastra Abhiyan was launched to educate people of Sanchi about energy saving. Next, name the company that has recently partnered with Bharat Electronics Limited to launch Indrajal, that is India's first AI-enabled counter drone. So what is the name of the company that recently partnered with BEL to launch Indrajal, that is India's first AI-enabled counter drone, that is Indrajal? This was developed by Greeny Robotics. This Greeny Robotics is Hyderabad, Telangana based organization, right? Greeny Robotics, they partnered with BEL in order to launch Indrajal, that is the India's first and the only counter drone system that uses AI and machine learning to counter the drone threats. Correct? So it is Greeny Robotics. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the cabinet approvals in September 2023? If we look at the options, option A and option C are right, B is wrong. If we look at it, cabinet has approved the scheme for viability gap funding of 3,760 crore rupees for the development of battery energy storage system. Option B is the cabinet approved the additional amount of 1164.53 for the industrial development scheme 2007 for UP and Bihar. Is it right? So no, it is not for UP and Bihar, actually it is for Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Correct, and option C is rightly mentioned here. So correct this industrial development scheme is for Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Next, in which city India's first 500 kilowatt amperes underground power transformer station was inaugurated in September? So it is in Bangalore, Karnataka. I repeat, India's first 500 kilowatt amperes underground power transfer station was inaugurated in Bangalore, Karnataka. Correct? And this was developed at a cost of 1.9 crore rupees. So underground power transformer. Next, which among the following are correct with respect to the 5th annual general meeting of REC Limited held? If we look at the options A, B, C, B and C are correct. Option A is wrong. A is saying that REC Limited is committed to increase their green project loan portfolio to 5 lakh crore by 2025, representing more than a 10-fold increase. So remember, correct this. This is not 5 lakh crore. It will be actually 3 lakh crore by 20, not 25, by 2030. Correct, that increase a 10-fold increase. Then REC Limited raised 1.15 billion in 2 tranches from a consortium of 6 banks as mandated lead arrangers and book runners under the market borrowing program of 1.2 lakh crore for fiscal year 23-24. And REC Limited secured a foreign currency term loan of $100 million from Exim Bank of India, that is Export and Import Bank of India. Next, which company has recently launched Simply Save Merchant Card, that is a credit card for MSME? So this Simply Save Merchant Card, this was launched by which bank or which company? It was launched by SBI Cards, correct? And it is the India's largest purely play credit card company. They have launched Simply Save Merchant SBI Card, that is a credit card for MSMEs. The card has been designed to offer interest-free short-term credit option for MSME merchants and other exclusive benefits. The card will address the need for easy and timely access to formal credit by providing interest-free short-term credit to the MSMEs. Next, which space agency along with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries has recently launched HIIA launch vehicle number 47 carrying X-ray astronomical satellite X-ray imaging and spectroscopy mission and lunar lander smart lander for investigating moon. So this was launched by JAXA, that is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. Correct, and it was launched from Japan only. Mark this. So XRISM and SLIM, they were launched by Japan. Now friends, let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be beneficial for your revision. These are the current affairs for last month and last 1 to 3 months, and they will be very beneficial for your revision perspective. So let's move. Next, इंडिया का 21st IIM एंड महाराष्ट्र का 2nd IIM कौन सा बना? वो है IIM मुंबई. नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल इंजीनियरिंग को रीनेम करके IIM मुंबई बनाया गया है. एंड महाराष्ट्र, याद रखेंगे, पहली स्टेट बन गई है जिसके पास 2 IIM अब. फिर अभी रिसेंटली केरला का रीनेम करके क्या नेम रखने की बात की गई और काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट, वो है केरलम. राइट, केरला का नाम चेंज के केरलम रखने का ये रेजोल्यूशन पास किया गया केरला असेंबली के द्वारा. देन मो जंगल जामी योजना की बात की जाए तो मो आ गया, तो ये किस स्टेट का है? उड़ीसा की रहेगी. निरक्षी ये एक ऑटोनोमस अंडर वाटर व्हीकल है जो कि इंडिया के द्वारा लॉन्च की गई. देन खेल महारन ये अभी किसके द्वारा लॉन्च किया गया? ये आपका असम स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा लॉन्च किया गया खेल महारम. राइट, फिर अटल पेंशन योजना के अंडर कितने सब्सक्राइबर्स एनरोल हो चुके हैं? 5.33 करोड़ लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब किया अंडर अटल पेंशन योजना. फिर इसी के साथ साथ ज़रा बताओ, CM सोलर मिशन ये कहाँ पे लॉन्च किया गया? मेघालय में. CM सोलर मिशन, who has been recently appointed as the managing director and chief executive officer of SBI Life Insurance Company Limited. He will be Amit Jhingran. Right, IRDAI, they have approved the appointment of Amit Jhingran as the managing director and chief executive officer of SBI Life Insurance Company Limited. And Amit Jhingran, he will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Mahesh Kumar Sharma, the incumbent MD and CEO of SBI Life. Currently, Amit Jhingran, he is serving as the Chief General Manager in the State Bank of India in Hyderabad Circle, Telangana. Right? So, who has been appointed as the new MD and CEO of SBI Life Insurance Company, Amit Jhingran. Next, which country recently launched the Luna 25 mission, the first lunar mission since 1976, aboard a Soyuz 2.1B frigate rocket, and this has crash landed, correct, and this was aiming to reach the south pole of moon, but now it has crash landed and this mission is a failure. It is of Russia. Now everyone is eyeing that Chandrayaan 3 will be the first mission to reach the south pole of moon, because no one has reached there yet, correct, and Chandrayaan 3 is of India. So this Luna 25 mission, it was of Russia, that is a failure mission now. Where is the India's first underground transformer? It is in Bangalore. Then one sun, one world, one grid. For this, the conference was held where? This was held in New Delhi. Then apart from this, tell me which state has which state will be providing 1000 rupees pension for the transgender community. To the transgender community. It is Jharkhand. Right? Then next tell me, recently which economic corridor was approved during the G20? It was India, Middle East, Europe corridor that was approved, launched during G20. Then which cloud platform partnered with MEITY to train the government officials? It is GCP, that is Google Cloud Platform. Correct, or we can say cloud platform of Google partnered with MEITY to train government officials. Then which state will be providing compensation for the mob lynching victims? It will be Madhya Pradesh. Then which organization is constructing the world's highest fighter airfield, that is in Ladakh's Neoma? Which is it? It is BRO, that is your Border Road Organization. Next tell me, recently International Conference on Dam Safety was inaugurated by our Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar ji. Next is Fourth Trade Expo. Fourth Trade Expo was next. Which state government recently launched Har Ghar Tiranga campaign by hosting the national flag on Gorakhnath temple? So remember, it was UP state government launched this Har Ghar Tiranga campaign by hosting the national flag on the Gorakhnath temple. Correct? So remember, the important thing about this, basically this was to promote independence, right? It was to celebrate Independence Day. If we talk about Independence Day, remember this was the 77th edition of Independence Day that we observed, and it was the 76th anniversary. If asked about which anniversary did we observe of Independence Day, it will be the 76th anniversary. But if asked that which edition of Independence Day did we observe, it is your 77th Independence Day. Then tell me, fourth edition of the Trade Expo, World Trade Expo. Fourth edition of the World Trade Expo. Where was this held? It was held in Mumbai. Right? Then Sarpanch Samvad. Sarpanch Samvad. Right? This is a mobile application. This was launched by Assam government. Correct? Apart from this, tell me, recently, which became the G20 or 21st member of G20, that will be now known as G21. It is African Union. Then world's best country, it is Singapore. Correct? Then UK has recently provided how much amount for the Green Climate Fund? So UK contributed $2 billion for the Green Climate Fund. Then US signed or deal with which country on semiconductor supply chain? It is Vietnam. It is Vietnam. Which among the following personalities has recently launched direct benefit transfer in National Apprentice Promotion Scheme to encourage the participation of both corporates and young individuals towards apprenticeship training. It is our Dharmendra Pradhan, our education minister, right? He has launched this direct benefit transfer in National Apprentice Promotion Scheme. This will be encouraging. Apprentice is basically internship, right? So in order to provide benefits, direct benefit transfer to these apprentices, this National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme was launched. As a part of this direct benefit transfer, an amount of approximately 15 crore rupees was dispersed to 1 lakh apprentices, right? And up to a maximum of 1500 rupees per month per apprentice will be provided here. Next, name the naval exercise that recently saw the participation of Indian Navy and UAE Navy in Dubai, UAV. So it is your exercise Zayed Talwar. Correct. It is a bilateral naval maritime partnership exercise Zayed Talwar. It was held between Indian Navy, right, and UAE Navy. Correct. What was the location? It was Dubai, UAE, where this particular exercise was carried out. Correct. This naval exercise, that is Zayed Talwar. Now the next thing becomes important is that which Indian naval ship took part here. It is your INS Vishakha Patnam, and second is your INS Trikand. So these are two Indian naval ships that took part in this Zayed Talwar that was held between Indian Navy and UAE Navy, and the location where this was held is Dubai, UAE. Next, 37th National Games will be held where? In Goa. Then who won the 24th US Open that is played on hard court? It was won by Novak Djokovic and he is from Serbia. Then what is the rank of R. Pragnanda in the Tata Steel Chess India Open Blitz? So R. Pragna secured third place. Then who became the third England spinner to take 100 ODI wickets? Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali became the third England spinner to take 100 ODI wickets. Then who won silver in the men's archery World Cup? Prathamesh Javkar. He won silver in the men's archery World Cup. Then who beat Serbia to win the basketball World Cup for the first time? So which country won the basketball World Cup for the first time? It is Germany. Then which cricketer became the fastest to reach 13,000 ODI runs? It is our favorite player Virat Kohli. And similarly, remember Rohit Sharma has also completed 10,000 runs. Next, which country's men's hockey team has recently won Asian Championship Trophy Chennai 2023 by defeating Malaysia in the finals? It is our India. Our Indian men's hockey team has won the Asian Championship Trophy held in Chennai in Tamil Nadu, and the Indian men's hockey team has won the Hero Asian Championship Trophy title by defeating Malaysia by 4-3 in the finals held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Correct. Then remember, it was India's fourth victory in this tournament. First was in 2011, 2016, 2018, 2013 and now in 2023. Sorry, I correct here. It is 2023. These are the four victory, and this is the fourth time that India has won this Asian Championship. Apart from this, we can say India won the gold medal here. Then Malaysia won silver, and which was on the third position. Which country? It is Japan for the bronze medal. Next, Padma Shri awardee Professor M.R. Satyanarayan Rao passed away in August 2023. In which year did he receive Padma Shri Award for Science and Engineering? So it was in 2010. Former president of Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, that is in Bangalore, Karnataka. He was awarded with Padma Shri Award in 2010 for Science and Tech, and he is Professor M.R. Satyanarayan Rao, or late Professor M.R. Satyanarayan Rao. Then remember, he served as the president of Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research from 2003 till 2013. Next is, what was the theme of International Youth Day that was observed across the globe by UN on 12th of August? So the theme that you need to remember here is green skills for youth towards a sustainable world. Right? This is the theme that was observed on 12th of August for your International Youth Day. Here only remember the first ever International Youth Day was observed on 12th of August. Correct? And this day is observed to celebrate the potential and contributions of young individuals to society and to create awareness about the problems faced by them globally. Right? So this is your green skills for youth towards a sustainable world. This is your theme for the International Youth Day. Next, when was the World Elephant Day observed annually around the globe? So, World Elephant Day is observed around the globe on 12th of August. Right? Then there is a theme for this day, that is ending the illegal wildlife trade. I repeat, ending the illegal wildlife trade. This is the theme for the World Elephant Day observed on 12th of August. Correct? And elephants, they are also known by the name gentle giants. Then remember, President Draupadi Murmu, she inaugurated Gaj Utsav. This was at the Kaziranga National Park, right, in Assam. Correct? And it was to this Gaj Utsav. Gaj is a synonym to that of elephant only, remember, in Hindi. Correct? So, Gaj Utsav was celebrated at or inaugurated at the Kaziranga National Park, that is in Assam, and it was to mark the 30 years of Project Elephant. Then tell me, ISRO tied up with which cloud platform to advance the AI capabilities? It is Amazon Web Services. Recently, which is the official airline for the Indian football team? It is Indigo. Indigo is the official airline for the Indian football team. Then tell me, which state has passed a bill reserving 27% of the seats in the local bodies for OBCs? It is Gujarat. Then recently, tell me, Ashok Leland, they signed a pact or MOU with which state government to set up an integrated e-bus plant? It is with UP government. Then recently, which IIT partnered with ICICI Bank to foster startup innovation? It is IIT Kanpur. Correct? Apart from this, which railway station will be renamed after Captain Tushar Mahajan? After Captain Tushar Mahajan. What is the name of the railway station? And this is an important current affair. The name is Udhampur Railway Station. This will be renamed after Captain Tushar Mahajan. Then, which state government will be providing 50,000 rupees to the daughters of the industrial workers? It is Haryana. E-Bhumi portal was launched by which state government? It was launched by Haryana. Then, 14th edition of the World Spice Congress. So, 14th edition of the World Spice Congress, where it is held? It is held in Mumbai. 14th edition of World Spice Congress. Next, name the NIT, that is your name the information technology company, name the IT company that recently won the contract to redesign and build a new version of the public procurement platform of government e-marketplace. So it is your TCS, right? The company that recently won the contract to redesign and rebuild a new version of the public procurement platform, that is GEM portal. Correct? Similar to that of GEM portal. This new GEM platform will be based on e-commerce and e-marketplace principles with multiple tenancy, multi-role, multilingual, open source and open API based architecture. So which is it? It is your TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, right? This is the company that has won the contract to rebuild and redesign a new version of the GEM portal, that is your public procurement platform. Correct? This government e-marketplace, that is your GEM portal, this is a one-stop portal to facilitate online procurement of various common use goods and services that are required by various government departments, organizations, PSUs, etc. And GEM portal aims to enhance transparency and efficiency as well as speed in the public procurement. Next, Which company aced its first ever private astronaut mission in August 2023 with a 6-person yacht aboard its VSS Unity space plane that lifted off from New Mexico Spaceport, America, USA? So it is your Virgin Galactic, right? Virgin Galactic's first private astronaut on a landmark mission. The company aced their first ever private astronaut mission last week. That is a 6-person yacht aboard its VSS Unity space plane that is called Galactic 02. That was lifted off New Mexico Spaceport from America. Those 6 folks experienced a few minutes of weightlessness and got to see the Earth against the blackness of space. So it is your Virgin Galactic. Next, PFRDA in coordination with the Dash has integrated the National Pension System Statement of Transactions with the Consolidated Account Statement. So PFRDA in coordination with which organization? So PFRDA along with SEBI, they have integrated the National Pension System Statement of Transaction with Consolidated Account Statement. Now PFRDA has enabled the central record keeping agencies to integrate it with the depositories that are registered with SEBI to provide NPS subscribers with the option to include these NPS transactions in consolidated account statements. Correct? So it is your SEBI along with PFRDA. Next, Zerodha Broking Limited received the final approval from SEBI to launch asset management company, that is Zerodha Asset Management Private Limited, called Zerodha Fund House. Question asked here is that who has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Zerodha Fund House? He is Vishal Jain. Correct? So Vishal Jain has been appointed as the CEO of Zerodha Fund House. Previously, he headed the exchange traded funds, that is your ETF division of Nippon Life India Asset Management Limited, and SEBI new timeline for the exit option window provide given the mutual fund unit holders in the event of change in the control of AMC. Correct? So coming back earlier here, it was under the new guidelines, the change of the AMC will require the unit holders of mutual fund to grant the choice of existing at the NAV value, correct, within a span of 15 days. That was earlier 30 days. And now who has been appointed as the CEO of Zerodha Fund House? Vishal Jain. And question can be asked that which platform, and we know this Zerodha, remember this is a platform where you can buy and sell equities or your shares, we can say. Correct? Similar type of platform is your Grow. Correct? And Zerodha Broking Limited, they received the final approval from SEBI to launch their asset management company, that is Zerodha Asset Management Private Limited, called Zerodha Fund House. So it was launched, and who is the CEO here of this new AMC of Zerodha, that is your Zerodha Fund House? He will be Vishal Jain. Next, which country has recently appointed Anwar ul Haq Kakar as the 8th caretaker Prime Minister? This was after the dissolvement of the former Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif government, right? So we can say he has become the 8th caretaker Prime Minister of Pakistan. Anwar ul Haq Kakar, he became the 8th caretaker Prime Minister of Pakistan after the dissolvement of former Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif government.
नेक्स्ट ज़रा बताओ, यूपी गवर्नमेंट ने अभी बोला कि हम कंट्री का लार्जेस्ट आईटी हब डेवलप करेंगे, और ये कहाँ पर डेवलप किया जाएगा? लखनऊ में इंडिया का लार्जेस्ट आईटी हब डेवलप करेंगे। फिर ग्लोबल मैरीटाइम इंडिया समिट होगी 2023 की, कहाँ पर? अक्टूबर में, राइट? किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने पार्टनर किया टूरिज्म मिनिस्ट्री के साथ ताकि इंडिया को शोकेस किया जा सके? वो है मेक माई ट्रिप। ठीक है। फिर इसी के साथ साथ बड़ा अभी रिसेंटली किन्होंने लॉन्च किया ग्राफीन अरोरा प्रोग्राम को, तो ग्राफीन के यूज़ केसेस यहाँ पे देखे जाएंगे, डिस्कस किए जाएंगे एंड एक्सप्लोर किए जाएंगे। तो MEITY के सेक्रेटरी AK शर्मा के द्वारा यहाँ पर ये ग्राफीन अरोरा प्रोग्राम को लॉन्च किया गया। नेक्स्ट है E-हेल्थ प्रोग्राम, किस स्टेट के द्वारा लॉन्च किया गया? गुजरात के द्वारा। किसने लॉन्च किया? पुरुषोत्तम रूपाला जी के द्वारा लॉन्च किया गया। इसी के साथ साथ वो स्टेट का नाम बताओ जो कि IVF इन विट्रो फर्टिलाइजेशन ट्रीटमेंट को फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट प्रोवाइड कराने हैं गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल में, वो है गोवा, राइट? एंड फिर एक और चीज़ याद रखेंगे, किस स्टेट को, कौन सी कंट्री बाय कर रही है डॉर्नियर एयरक्राफ्ट को इंडिया से? तो वो है गायना। फिर अगर मैं पूछूं डॉर्नियर 22 एयरक्राफ्ट को गिफ्ट किसको दिया गया, किस कंट्री को इंडिया के द्वारा दिया गया? तो श्रीलंका को इंडिया ने गिफ्ट किया डॉर्नियर 22 एयरक्राफ्ट। इंडिया इंडिपेंडेंस डे को सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए, एंड ये सेकेंड डॉर्नियर 228 है जो कि इंडिया ने श्रीलंका को गिफ्ट करा है.
Next, Padma Bhushan awardee and founder of Sulabh International Social Service Organization, Dr. Bhindeshwar Pathak recently passed away. He received Padma Bhushan in field of social service in which year? So remember, Dr. Bhindeshwar Pathak, he is also known as the Toilet Man of India. Dr. Bhindeshwar Pathak, he was the founder of the Sulabh International Social Service Organization. He was awarded with Padma Bhushan in the year 1991 for social service. Then he was also honored with UN Habitat Scroll of Honor 2003 award, correct? And he also received United Nations Environments Program Global 500 Scroll of Honor award. Then in 2009, he received the Stockholm Water Prize, right? Then in 2016, he received WHO Public Health Champion Award also, correct? And he passed away at the age of 80 in New Delhi. And he received this Padma Bhushan in the year 1991. Next, in August, this Indian football player and former Indian captain passed away. Mohammad Habib, right? Indian footballer, player, and former Indian footballer team captain Mohammad Habib recently passed away at the age of 74 in Hyderabad, correct? He was born in Hyderabad, and now, correct, he passed away at the age of 74 in Hyderabad, Telangana only. He was referred to as Bade Mia, correct? Next, he was awarded with Arjuna Award in the field for football in 1980, right? And he was also conferred with the East Bengal Bharat Gaurav Award in 2016, and in 2018 he was awarded with Banga Vibhushan. Next, when was the Partition Horrors Remembrance Day observed across India? It is on 14th of August that every year we observe this Partition Horrors Remembrance Day, and this was started in 2021. So we can say this is the third ever edition of this Partition Horrors Remembrance Day that was observed in 2023, as the first ever edition was in 2021. Next, which state government has recently launched the Gramin Mitra scheme to provide doorstep delivery of government services across the state and promote digital empowerment in rural areas? So, which is the state government that launched this Gramin Mitra scheme to provide doorstep delivery of various government services? It is Goa, right? And this is specifically to provide these government services, doorstep delivery of government services to the rural areas, and the rural population of Goa can benefit from this particular doorstep delivery scheme. This was launched. This scheme will play an important role to bridge the digital gap between the rural and urban areas, and Goa is the first state to offer doorstep delivery of government services through the Gramin Mitra scheme for village level entrepreneurs. Next, which state government will become the India's first to complete digitization of reproductive and child health care services? It is Rajasthan. Important. Rajasthan will become the first state in India with a complete digitization of reproductive and child health services following the implementation of a project with the assistance of a global health organization. Right? National Health Mission of and Rajasthan has signed a memorandum of understanding with Johns Hopkins Program for International Education in Gynecology and Obstetrics for the digestion work. Correct? So coming back, state, it is your Rajasthan that is India's first state to complete digitization of reproductive and child health services, and it is your National Health Mission of Rajasthan. They signed this MOU with John Hopkins Program for International Education in Gynecology and Obstetrics. So that's all for the day, friends. I hope the session was up to the mark. If you find this session interesting, all you have to do is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this, it will motivate me to make better content for you in the long run. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the
of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.